As weird as it sounds, I never wanted to be a coach. I just fell into this damn role. Okay, get ready. 3, 2. Motherfuckers, no one's ready. No, you guys have to come in. Here. 3, 2, 1, start.
Less than 2 years into his UFC career, Israel Adesanya is what he knew and thought he was, the best middleweight on planet Earth.
Undisputed. No one can argue.
Slowly but surely, I'm starting to realize that perhaps I'm better at coaching than I was at fighting.
Volkanovski picking his spots beautifully here. Certainly a lot of credit to Eugene Bareman. And new undisputed UFC.
As hard as that is for me for those words to come out of my mouth, it might be true. You want another game?
I want to go fishing.
You want to go fishing?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Oh, yes, okay. Which color should I get? Yellow?
Yeah.
So a full day for him, he's up at 4:30. If I'm lucky, I get woken up too. 4:30 and then probably home by about 9:30 p.m. I was saying to someone the other day, I remember when the gym used to be real quiet and I used to squeeze in a class. I could do the 5:30 class, a full class, and we'd have no one come in.
Orange.
But now I can't even get on the mat.
Red. Got it. I got it.
Good boy.
But he loves it. He started it just to fund the playground so that he could train whenever he wanted to.
Yeah.
But now it's just gone crazy. Hey? No time to try and squeeze out those last 2 fights and round it off to 50.
One more. You get the last one. You get the last one. Yeah.
Open this
Give me, boy. Give me 5. Give me 5.
and put it back.
Eugene was, well, firstborn, fairly quiet. As he got older, he was good at entertaining himself.
He's always been quiet, a listener rather than a talker. Perhaps when he was young, he was quite small because he had asthma and allergies and that, but he conquered those with physical activity.
I wasn't always interested in martial arts. Rugby was the main sport. And I played rugby from when I could start walking. I picked up a rugby ball and started playing rugby.
After high school, he went to university, and his first ambition was to do law.
Which was wonderful. As parents, we thought, oh, you know, that's a wonderful choice. We supported him wholeheartedly. But I think there was, at that stage, he didn't quite know yet what he wanted to do with his life.
Yeah, so, I mean, back before Google and stuff, how we used to find businesses and gyms and stuff is in the yellow pages. So this is how I first found the sport. Here, I just opened up the yellow pages and I knew I wanted to do kickboxing or martial arts, and I looked through it and I looked through all the adverts and I came down to this particular one. What struck out to me was home of 10 world champions and over 100 national and international champions. And, you know, if it wasn't for that impressive little bit of marketing, I might not be here today. So that's how I got attracted to the sport. I proceeded to go to that gym, and that's where I met Lolo Haimoli, probably New Zealand's best trainer ever.
You know, we were working with elite fighter like Ray Sefo and Mark Hunt. So I saw Eugene walk into the gym and he had all these little face piercing, you know, like rings in his eyebrows and the nose and the mouth, you know, and now he's one of the best trainers in the world. So, you know, it just shows that you can't judge a book by its cover.
I had come from a team sports background where I was reliant on 14 other members of the team. I loved that if I failed, it was solely because of me. If I succeeded, it was solely because of me. And I just fell in love with that feeling of going into a cage, going into a ring and saying, this is who I am, you show me who you are. Let's discover things about each other. I used to love that and everything about it, and I still do. I knew that I was going to be in this game for life in some capacity. Whether I was going to be a coach that no one had ever heard of, or a fighter that no one had ever heard of, or to the status that I am now, I knew I was going to be in the sport for the rest of my life. Roman Rodriguez was a person that I met when I went to my first ever gym. He was fighting long before I fought. And we trained together and we fought together on the same nights.
Roman Rodriguez is one of our most talented lightweight kickboxer.
And in the corner of the trainer of champions, Lolo Hemoli.
He was one of the toughest guys we know.
When I eventually opened my gym, he asked to be a part of my gym. And that was probably the first ever instance where I felt a sense of weight on my shoulders in terms of coaching responsibility. I was his junior and he was asking me to train him. I actually originally got a call from Lolo and said there's a fight available in Tahiti.
And then I know that Eugene got some fighters, and then I know that women around that weight.
So I think we jumped on it. We went over there to do what we love doing, fighting in another part of the world, of course not knowing what the outcome would be.
Eugene just rang me up and said, oh, Willman got hit and he went down and he couldn't get up.
Yeah, and he never got up. He never got up again. I don't know, what can I say about that? He went down, never got up again. That was the last time he ever stood on 2 feet again. They didn't have the battery of tests that someone like the UFC has. It just wasn't available. It wasn't economical to do, you know, all the CT scans and no test that could have picked up that he had an abnormality in his brain that would cause him to get hit and eventually pass away.
It was the worst phone call I've ever received that night, and I remember Eugene crying over the phone, and, you know, I feel so helpless, you know.
Eugene, he just closed up. He didn't want to talk about it.
What can you say? What can you say to a person, even as a parent, what can you say to a person that goes through that?
Eugenes wasn't just a fighter, he was one of the family. And now he died because we put him in a ring, you know?
You got to remember that I was absolutely obsessed and passionate about the sport. But not for 1 second did I ever had an inkling that the sport would ever put one of my friends in a position where they would lose their life. The sport that I thought was so great and had so many benefits, you know, I had no idea it could do that. I was naive. So my reaction was to get out of the sport. I don't want anything to do with it. Nothing to do with anything that could ever put my friends or anyone I know in danger like that again.
If you talk to my wife, I almost quit too, but I gave Eugene my encouragement. All I remember was telling Eugene that if you quit now, there's a lot of people who need your help. Maybe this was just a test, I don't know, but there's a lot of people who's gonna need your help. I always sort of knew that he's gonna become a great coach one day.
He basically said, all the guys you train as are still gonna fight. They aren't going to leave the sport with you. They're going to continue their journey and they're going to continue to fight. And then he looked at me and said, is there another man or woman on this earth that you trust more than yourself to be responsible for their lives? I knew straight away as soon as Lolo finished that sentence that I had to stay back in the sport. The true answer to the question was, there wasn't a single person on this planet that I trusted to look after my guys and get them through their fight successfully and safely and return them back to their families, which is what it's all about in a high-stakes sport like we play. It was just amazing that Lolo was able to change my mind in a few simple words, a few simple sentences. And if it wasn't for that conversation, if it wasn't for those words, then I wouldn't be here today. And you know, only God knows the flow-on effect of me not being here.
Work hard, guys, work hard. We'll try and burn some energy. Just basic combinations. Just 1, 2, 3, as hard as you can.
Oh, I'm immensely proud of him. His own strength, his mental stoicism, his strength and hard work has got him where he is.
It's nice to see that finally that he's getting recognition and good reward for his hard work over those years, and I'm talking, you know, decades.
And also his kindness. He didn't do it to make money. I think he did it because he liked the sport and he wanted to help others.
You gonna do wrestling? at 6:45? Yeah. Okay, so follow me. So you're going to put your shoes anywhere over here. Changing room, shower, toilets. Left-hand side of the bag up in here is our jiu-jitsu area. Okay?
I've gone out of my way to make sure that regardless of your status in the sport, whether you're a beginner or a newbie, an enthusiast or a professional, that they all get treated equally and they all get treated with respect. It's a real symbiotic relationship, you know, between the professional fighters and the people that just come in off the public. The building isn't important. That's just an inanimate object. What's important is us, and that we stick together. The gym is the people. It's not the premises, it's not the facility.
And we've got to mention City Kickboxing Gym, Eugene Bareman, the man that's architecting this ridiculous rise of athletes from this region.
And what a reaction we're getting from these fans.
As a coach, in terms of the future and where we want to go, all my guys want to win a bout.
This is the difference between the good and the great. The good rise to the occasion when the pressure's not the same. The great rise to the occasion when the pressure is great.
We've got a long way to go. You know, I have 6 guys in the UFC. 2 of them have bouts. That means I've got another 4 to go.
It's 2 on turn, 2, stand up! Woo!
But for me, I definitely feel like there's unfinished business. You know, being around the guys and stuff, it's like having a taste of that fight career that I used to experience. I miss being a fighter. I miss everything about it. The smell of the changing rooms, the taste of blood in your mouth, icing your bumps and bruises, making friends with your opponent because you've just gone through an absolute war with them. And it's difficult because I get a taste of it, but not a full bite. And I still yearn for that feeling. I still yearn for that full bite. Amongst all the combat sports that I've done, I'm on 48 fights. And I would like to get to 50. I'm not giving myself a choice. It's more about when I want to do it.